Lesson 12.4, histograms. Essential question. How can you use histograms to display data? When there is a large number of data values, it is helpful to group the data into intervals. A histogram is a bar graph that shows the frequency of data in intervals. Unlike a bar graph, there are no gaps between the bars in a histogram. The histogram shows the ages of winners of the Academy Award for Best Actor in 1990 to 2009. How many winners were under 40 years old? Interpret the histogram. The height of each bar shows how many data values are in the interval that the bar represents. So how many winners were between the ages of 20 and 29? Which we would look right here to get that information. So if we look really carefully, it's up to number 1. So we would put 1 here. Which other bar represents people under 40? Under 40. So it would be the age group that's 30 to 39 years old. How many winners were 30 to 39 years old? So we look over here at the top, and there are 6. To find the total number of winners who were under 40 years old, add the frequencies for the intervals 20 through 29 years old, and then 30 to 39. So we have 1 total for the first group and 6 total for the second. So you're going to end up with 7. So 7 of the winners were under 40 years old. Number 1, explain whether it is possible to know from the histogram if any winner was 37 years old. Well, no, we don't know that information. The histogram does not show individual data values. Example. The table shows the ages of winners of the Academy Award for Best Actress from 1986 to 2009. How many of the winners were under 40 years old? Make a histogram. So we're going to look at this data set. So step 1, make the frequency table using intervals of 10. We need to change our highlighter. So they already have everyone accounted for between the ages of 20 to 29. So anything between those, let's count those out. 20 to 29. We're not going to look at those again because they're already accounted for. Okay. Now we need to look at the next section. So if you see ages 30 through 39, we're going to highlight them together. So 30, 34, if they would fall in that age group, we're going to highlight them. Okay, now we need to count those up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10, so we're going to put 10 right here in the graph. Okay, so let me just go through there and let's just X those out. All right, let's use a different color of a highlighter, maybe. Okay, so 40 to 49. Now there's 45, that falls there. 41. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So we're going to put 5 right there. There are 0 from 50 to 59 years old. There is 1 here, 60 to 69. And then there are 0, 70 to 79. And then there's only just 1 left, and that's 80. So 80 to 89 years old. And that's how you're going to use your information in your graphic organizer to figure out how to fill the rest of your information out for your intervals and the frequency. Step 2, set up the intervals along the blank axis of the graph. Well, let's look at this. Interval was 20 to 29. So if we look at that 20 to 29, think about what axis is this? The horizontal axis. Okay. Write a scale of the frequency on the, if this was horizontal, the other one is vertical. Step 3, graph the number of winners in each interval. Give the graph a title and label the axis. Complete the histogram by drawing the bars for the intervals 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89. So there's nothing for 50 to 59. We're going to leave that blank. There's 1 for 60 to 69, so we need to go halfway up here, not all the way, because if we went all the way to the first line, that would represent 2. There's nothing here. We're not going to put anything there, and then there is just 1 here. Okay? So to find the number of winners who were 40 years old, add the frequencies, who were under 40 years old, add the frequencies with intervals from 20 to 29 and 30 to 39. So we would add 7 plus 10, and we'd get 17. So 17 of the winners were under 40 years old. So number 2, explain how you can tell from the histogram which age group has the most winners. So the age group with the most winners is represented by the tallest bar. The age group (30 to 39) has the most winners. Share and show. For 1 through 3, use the data at right. Compare the frequency table for the age data in the table at right. Strange. Okay. 10 through 19. We're going to cross those out because those are already accounted for. So any numbers that are between 10 and 19, those are already accounted for. So now we need to look at 20 to 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put 6 right there. And then 30 to 39. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put 5 right there. And then 40 to 49, 48, 46, 2. Complete the histogram for the data. So the ages. We're going to look at the ages. So we need to put 10 to 19 needs to be 1. 20 to 29 needs to be 1. 30 to 39. I know that's really hard to read. And then 40 to 49. Okay, so we need to look up here at the chart, and there's 2 for 10 to 19. So we need to draw this bar up to 2. And remember, we're not supposed to have spaces between these because it's a histogram, not a bar graph. So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, now the next age group we're going to look at is 20 to 29. And if we look up here at the table, we have the number 6. So we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to go up until we hit that 6. And what did I just say? We're not going to leave any spaces. And then I almost left a space. And then you're going to fill that all in. Okay. (30 to 39) is the next age group, and we're looking at the number 5. So that one is done. And then 40 to 49 is 2. So that's right there. All right. Okay. Use the histogram to find the number of people at the health club who are 30 or older. Well, 30 or older would be this group and this group. So 5 plus 2 equals 7. So 7 people are older than 30 years old. Number 4, use your histogram to determine the percentage of people at the health club who are 20 to 29 years old. So we need to look at that number, which is 6. That's going to be our numerator. And then we need to add up all of the frequencies. So 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13, 14, 15. So we're going to be looking at 6 out of 15. So we're going to do 6 divided by 15, add a decimal, and a 0. Okay? 15 goes into 60 4 times. 4 times 15 is 60. And then, so we have 0.4. So 0.4, we know we move this decimal over twice, add a 0 and a percentage. So 40% of the people are between the ages of 20 and 29. Okay? All right, now you may start on your own.